Okay, so truth be told, both of y'all statements were ignorant. Let's be honest. Everyone's situation is different based on where the fuck they grew up, how they grew up, and where, like, and how. Like, truth be told, like, you can grow up wanting to have sex with 5 million females. She can grow up wanting to have sex with only 1 male. Like, I don't even understand. Like, how does it go back to being ignorant or not? Everyone has their own personal, like, preference. Everyone has their own personal.
Did you even hear the conversation?
No, I did. I don't think you did.
I got my train of thought back.
It's very simple. The male sexual strategy, right, which is having sex with as many women as possible, is considered
But I dealt with men that don't feel that way.
Stop. The male sexual strategy is having sex with as many women as possible. The female sexual strategy is getting with the best guy possible.
No, it's not. So, and we have many females on here that are telling you that.
Stop interrupting. Stop interrupting.
But then don't start saying something that's not honest.
He's right. When you talk, right, we shut up. When he talks, you shut up. It's that simple. It's one mic at a time.
If you're gonna state an opinion, that's one thing. But if you're gonna state a fact and you have multiple females on here telling you that's not true.
What are you talking, bro? What are you talking about?
Bro, you're literally saying that all females want is one thing. What did you just say? All females want what? Repeat what you just said if you remember what you just said. You can't, right? All right, next topic.
Yo, who the fuck do you think you are, bro?
I'm
like,
Lex.
seriously.
That's who I think I am. We're all here for a show. Like, we're all speaking
you're
our
also
opinions.
off the fucking podcast.
But
Get
if
the
you're
fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Then,
Get the
you
fuck
know,
out of
like,
here.
you have 1, 2,
Get the
3,
fuck out of
4,
here. You're a
5, 6,
clown.
7, 8.
Like, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah.
I'm a clown.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm a clown.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't think it even matters what her opinion is at this point. She needs to learn how to communicate more effectively and not interrupt people when they're talking. Sheesh. Women get away with this all the time. Not on the Fresh and Fit podcast, though.
Vote now. Get the fuck out of here.
Take the headphones off my head.
All right, bye.
Please come over here and do it.
Oh.
I'll sit back.
Here we go again.
Yeah, see, look, now she's acting tough because she knows.
Acting tough? I done acted tough before y'all started this podcast. Ask the homeboy that's producing in the background.
Listen, I told you to leave. And you wanted to stay.
No, bitch, you went.
Right?
All right, hold on. Wait, you recorded the video.
What,
You didn't tell me to leave.
What, you
hold on.
Yeah,
you got the issue in my court. Let's go. Hook it up to her phone.
Hey,
you ain't tell me to leave.
Smell like
you didn't tell me to leave. You didn't tell me to leave.
Yeah,
you didn't tell me to leave.
here.
You in a broke ass shoe department Adidas.
And
She recorded it. She recorded it. So what you trying to do? What y'all trying to do? She recorded it.
Show
me and what you got going on.
Send me the video. Send me the video. Send me the video right now.
Right now, and nobody's gonna touch your head, so I need you to take off your headphones and put it on the microphone. Go get your phone and your bag and your belongings, and I'm gonna escort you out politely. Real correct. Respectfully, we need you to leave the platform.
Yeah,
you got the rest of the show to
because you don't want to show the video of the truth of him telling me to stay.
That's okay. It's all
Bro,
right.
no one cares about this video. Get out of here. Why are you still here?
All right, bye.
Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, bro.
You mad because I said stop stating opinions?
I'm mad because you're smarter right now.
You got 8 female.
Bro, you look crazy right now. You look crazy.
Different things.
You look crazy. Just take your phone and get the fuck out of here. You're a clown.
Good lord. What I particularly dislike about women, and I find this true across the board, is they think they're tougher than they are. Men don't act like this with each other because they know it's going to end up violent. Women, on the other hand, don't know shit about male aggression. They've been protected their whole lives, so they think they can disrespect men.
She's like, yes. Fight you. Yes. Let me fight you.
Yes.
I was sparring with
my ex was 6'5"
yes.
and I'm
Real talk, any of you ladies that really think you can fight a man, you're fucking stupid. I'm dead serious. If you seriously think, if any lady on this panel seriously thinks you can fight a man, you're fucking stupid. You're literally retarded. And I don't give a fuck if I offend your feelings. And that might save your life. I might save your life. Because real talk, if you think you can sit there and do jiu-jitsu, you went to a jiu-jitsu class, or you went to an anti-rape class, or you think that you did some Krav Maga and you could actually get a guy off of you, bro, a 12-year-old boy will literally fuck any of you all up at the table. I promise you.
This is the sound of a man's nose being crushed and shoved into his skull. You ladies have no idea about male power or male aggression simply because men do not hit women like that. That is what makes you all delusional. You have no idea about male aggression.
Ladies, I know y'all are the minority audience in this channel, but this might just save your life. The next time you feel like disrespecting a man in public, remember this video. That should set you straight. Unless you're Ronda fucking Rousey, better zip your mouth because some men Men who have nothing to lose will gladly smoke you.
Here's the difference between men and women. Women, you can sleep with men that are 1, 2, 3 points higher than you in terms of physical attractiveness. That man will never commit to you. So that's why you basically have women who are all chasing after the top 10, top 20% of guys, because either you're delusional and you think you're hot shit. If you think you're hot shit, you deserve a guy who's hot shit. Also, men are perfectly willing to sleep with you. They'll never commit to you. They're perfectly willing to sleep with you once, twice, maybe keep you around as a fuck buddy. And men will sleep down. For a woman to be able to sleep with a guy, that guy needs to be at least physically attractive enough for you to be in a relationship with him, to consider being in a relationship with him. However, men, we will sleep with women that we would never commit to, that we would never be in relationship with because we welcome the easy access to sex, because men and women have different sexual strategies.
Facts. Men are not hypergamous. The girl at the end of the table is smiling because she's already forming an opinion in her head, even without listening to the host.
The cultural message of the moment is that men, you have to do better. You have an obligation to women to do better, to be better, to improve yourself. Men as a default are obviously just trash, but they owe it to the women in their lives to keep on improving, to become the best possible version of themselves so that they reach a level that women will find acceptable. And of course, the reason for that message is not because there's actually any interest in making men's life better on the whole. Nobody really cares about that. No, it's so that they can be more useful for the women in their life, to be better allies, to be better providers, better protectors, whatever it is. It's one of those disgusting ironies that even when it seems like people care about men improving and being better, it ultimately just comes back to, well, it's because we want to make women's lives easier. And like I said, I don't...
Fucking nailed it! I can't really blame the MGTOW guys and the black pillars with their philosophy. After all, this is something they've nailed down as well. The dynamics always comes back to how useful men are in society. The great thing about this is, the more useful men are, the better they feel. I can sincerely say this is one of the best videos I've ever seen about the current social dynamics. This Alexander Grace is insanely keen on the subtleties of social interactions. I implore you to watch his video entitled "These Women Are Delusional." After you watch this video, of course. Here's another one.
Check out this one here. This woman is 46 years old. I'm looking for an equal and someone who will inspire me. I will not settle for less. You know, 46, you'd think maybe it's time to start settling, compromising, but no, she will not settle. Quality is the investment, and I'm now ready to make time for the man I've been holding out for. Don't you love the self-awareness at like 46, there's no responsibility of like, oh, I wonder why in my 28 years of being an adult, you know, I haven't settled down. Let me just tell you straight up, it's because I'm now finally ready. What a message of empowerment. And of course her ex—
Well, what can you expect?
I'm supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
Age 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your looks?
Natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
6.
We already know this is about to get crazy.
So I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one.
Good God, she has negative self-awareness.
Women crack me up because they go and they get their ass done, their tits done, their stomach done, all this shit done. And then they want to sit there and complain that men only want them for their body.
They can't recognize the hypocrisy.
Hold up. I don't give a damn, all right? So if you're letting your girl be a stripper and she needs that money, I'm sorry, but if you can't do anything to change the lifestyle that she wants, then shut up about it. If you can't, no. She needs to be single, or you need to figure it out. She needs to be single. You have a problem with that, so let her be single.
So let me tell you this, right? Here's the problem with it. Here's the problem with it, right, Jada? This is y'all careers. And y'all want us to support your careers.
Data librarian.
Hold on. You want your career.
Data librarian.
Listen, you want your career. I'll let you talk. You want your careers to involve you being flown out by men, being looked at as in a sexual, seductive way by the masses. And this is what y'all want y'all careers to be. So it's not about us saying we're not doing our job. No. The fact is, you want that to be your job.
A girl will have a man's kid because either he got money or they see like he got a nice car, you know, he got some type of potential. But if he a scammer, basically, a female is gonna have his kid because he got a nice car, because he dressing nice, he showing up, got the jewelry, out of that.
Y'all don't think that's the problem first? Cause look, that same that might be slapping cheeks, right? He might look fly, but he a broke ass.
No, that's true. I know.
Like, yo, he still live with his mom.
Yeah, that is true.
But he's scamming.
And just because he fly don't mean he's gonna be a great father.
And then let's talk about...
and you see that as systemic discrimination, not allowing women in the front lines.
I mean, if they are just as skilled in combat, if they've completed their training, if they are decorated officers...
They're far less skilled. We had to lower the PT requirements for women to make it in. Women couldn't meet the same requirements that men did, so we lowered them for them.
Well, in combat, it's not like it's with guns. It's with military-grade weapons, so it doesn't require the same amount of like.
We lowered the ruck times as far as how long you run with a pack on your back or carrying someone who's also in your platoon. We lowered the pull-ups. We lowered the push-ups. We lowered everything for female standards, and I mean that's female privilege.
I don't think they'll ever understand their ignorance.
Fuck, you gonna be with me or not? I got a pass, you got a pass. I don't listen. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna. I ain't got only 5 bodies. I got a couple.
And for girls, I feel like we lessen our body count. We never really give the true number of body counts because it increases our value. And I just want to get to the bottom of like why does this happen? Like,
okay, yeah, like for me, I think I have PTSD because in high school it was looked down upon if you had multiple partners. And I did date all throughout high school, but then my senior year when I was single, I had fun. And people would call me a hoe. They were put it out on Facebook, and I just felt like I was being bullied for choosing to have sex with people when I wanted to have sex with them at that time.
Why is it? I just feel like us women, like I as well, I'm trying to unlearn a lot of bad habits and I think it's because we've been given so much power in terms of the jobs that we have access to. So sometimes the jobs we have, we bring that mentality home and how we communicate with men and all of that. You have to remember they're paying you, so they deal with our bullshit. But a man has chosen to marry you, so I don't have to deal with this. Even though I've asked you to marry me, I decided to ask you. I didn't have to ask you.
The maddest thing about that is that you will go into work every day, even though you hate your job, and you won't talk back to your boss. And in that same scenario that we just painted, where your man's giving you free money, etc., you're still going to come back to your man and try and cause trouble at home. That makes zero sense to me.
No, it's because there's no accountability in a marriage. A boss can easily fire a woman for being insubordinate, but a married man? Well, have you ever been in a Western divorce court here?
Never been a soft and submissive type of girl. Blame it on the areas in my chart, blame it on childhood trauma, doesn't really matter, but I'm dominant and aggressive. Honestly, I love that about myself. I just feel like it's made dating very difficult for me.
Because there's no such thing as an alpha female. Toxic modern women have deluded themselves into creating this persona of being aggressive and competing with other men. Women are naturally feminine when they meet an alpha. There's no in-between. Men are not intimidated by you. They just don't want to deal with your bullshit.
Question for y'all, right? If y'all could rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10, what would y'all give yourself?
From 1 to 10 only?
If you could scale...
Yes, bitch! Yes!
She thinks she's higher than a 10? Jesus Christ!
Why do men, when they call a woman a modern woman, they think they're insulting her? Stop trying to understand the obsession or the frustration around being a modern woman.
Because that just means you're insufferable. Modern women are combative, disagreeable, and competitive. They're basically like men without the accountability. These people are terrible for relationships, friendships, and society.
I need men to stop. I need you to fucking stop. I need you to fucking stop derailing the conversation and making it about your feelings when women say men are garbage.
Yikes! It's great that she wore red here. Otherwise, we wouldn't have known.
All right, with the utmost respect, stop asking females how many bodies she got.
Looks like someone slept around when they were young. There's this thing called consequences. It's just a phenomenon most women don't know about.
When a man gives you a compliment, you as a woman are not obligated to say anything back to them or make them feel good in any type of way. You know, I've had people tell me.
Go ahead and say this real quick. You ever notice how it be the women like this who be single as hell, be living in a house by themselves? Like, when you see TikToks like this, listen to the echo, and you'll see why they talk like this and why they just.
These are usually women who have antisocial behavior.
If you're a single woman and you are emotionally healthy and you've done your own work and you want to find an emotionally healthy man who's owned his shit and done his own work on himself, then one of the key questions you should be asking very early on to weed out any toxic men is, are you a part of MGTOW?
Why the fuck would an MGTOW dude get with anyone? That's the whole point of their movement, leaving the dating market. What an idiot.
Like, I have a group of friends, right? And when I walk into the room with the group of friends, I know immediately who's going to get the most attention from the guys. It's not me, right? I have like a friend who's like very, very attractive. And I know when I walk into a room with her, like the guys talk to her first. Because like girls, you can kind of just feel it. But I almost wonder when I hear like, and I hear this from girls a lot, like I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. If that's not like rooted in reality. Because attractiveness, like there's numbers behind it, whether it's just your results in the world or your dating app data or like the type of guys you can get.
Women are keenly aware of this.
I would argue that if an older woman had told this younger lady or any younger lady that this is how boys see you, if you do that, you would act differently if someone had told you that. I think men do a much better job of checking each other because men see themselves in younger men. Women see themselves as younger women. So a man...
Bars.
She's
good. You better teach.
Hey.
One comment in the video said, it's because a woman's reward is in his stuff. A man's reward is in growth. And I couldn't have said it more beautifully. Men are born with no inherent value. You need to crawl yourself out of the dirt so you can become something of use. Women are the complete opposites. Anyway, that's all we have for you, boys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.